What I'm about to tell you will make you question everything you experienced today, everything you experienced yesterday, everything you think you know about reality itself. That moment when your entire reality suddenly fractures, you know the one. A moment where the fabric of your reality seemed to glitch, like a computer screen flickering between two different programs. Maybe you've been seeing 1111 everywhere, on clocks, receipts, license plates. So often it feels like the universe is screaming at you. Maybe you walked into a room yesterday and had the overwhelming sensation that you'd lived that exact moment before, down to the smallest detail. Or maybe, and this is the one that really disturbs people, you remember something clearly, vividly, but everyone else remembers it differently. And you know you're not wrong. Here's what nobody tells you. These aren't glitches. These are invitations. Your reality is fracturing because you're ready for what's on the other side. And in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening to you, why it's happening now, and what these fractures are preparing you for. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it, and there's no going back. Are you ready? Let's start with the truth that will change everything. Reality is not what you think it is. Right now, your brain is constructing a story. It's taking electrical signals from your senses and weaving them into a seamless narrative you call reality. But what if I told you that narrative has cracks in it? And what if those cracks are widening? A reality fracture is the moment when your constructed reality breaks down and you glimpse what's underneath. It's not a mental illness. It's not imagination. It's your consciousness expanding beyond the limitations of ordinary perception. And it's happening to more people right now than ever before in human history. The three types of reality fractures. First, temporal fractures. Time stops obeying the rules. You experience missing time. Hours vanish with no memory of where they went. Or time dilates. 5 minutes feels like an hour, or an hour passes in what feels like seconds. You look at a clock. It reads 4:44. You blink, look back, and it still reads 4:44. Your phone confirms it. Time actually paused. This isn't perception. This is your consciousness slipping between different temporal streams. Second, perceptual fractures. Your senses report impossible information. You see someone's face morph into another person's face for a split second. You hear conversations that aren't happening. You smell something that has no physical source. Your deceased father's cologne in a place he never visited. So strong, others can smell it too. These aren't hallucinations. They're your consciousness accessing information from beyond the five-sense prison most people live in. Third, synchronistic fractures. Coincidences stack up so impossibly that the laws of probability seem to break. You think of someone you haven't contacted in 5 years, and within 10 minutes, they text you. You need specific information, and a stranger in line behind you at the coffee shop mentions it unprompted. You dream of a specific symbol, and the next day, it appears 3 times in unrelated contexts. The universe is responding directly to your consciousness, and it's not subtle anymore. These fractures aren't random chaos. They're structured, intentional, and they always intensify before a major awakening. So what triggers these reality fractures? What causes the veil to thin? Most people think awakening happens through meditation, plant medicines, or near-death experiences. And yes, those can be catalysts. But there are far more subtle triggers. ones that are happening to millions of people right now without them realizing it. Trigger 1. The saturation point. Your consciousness can only maintain certain illusions for so long. When you've accumulated enough life experience, enough pain, enough repetition, something inside you reaches capacity. It's like a hard drive that's completely full. The system has to delete old programs to make room for new ones. This often manifests as a deep existential crisis. Nothing brings you joy anymore. Your career feels meaningless. Relationships feel hollow. This isn't depression. It's your consciousness rejecting the old operating system because it's preparing to upgrade. Trigger 2. Frequency shifts. The Earth itself is changing. Whether you believe in Schumann resonance increases, solar activity, or simply collective consciousness evolution, something is shifting in the background frequency of reality. Some people are more sensitive to these shifts. If you've noticed you can't tolerate the same foods, the same people, the same environments you used to, your frequency is changing. You're literally vibrating at a different rate, and this creates friction with the old reality, causing fractures. Trigger 3. Soul contracts completing. Before you incarnated, you made agreements, lessons to learn, people to meet, experiences to have. When these contracts complete, reality fractures because you're transitioning between chapters of your soul's journey. This is why major awakenings often follow loss, death of a loved one, end of a relationship, loss of identity through job loss or illness. The contract is complete. The fracture is the doorway to your next assignment. Trigger 4. Parallel reality bleeding. Here's where it gets really interesting. Quantum physics suggests multiple realities exist simultaneously. Most of the time, your consciousness is locked into one timeline. But during reality fractures, you might be experiencing bleed-through from parallel versions of yourself. That déjà vu, that might be a memory from a parallel you who already lived this moment. Those impossible coincidences? Perhaps different timelines are converging, and you're experiencing the intersection point. Once reality begins fracturing, you start noticing the universe has been speaking to you all along. You just weren't listening. The language of numbers. Repeating numbers. 1111, 333, 444 aren't just coincidences. They're attention getters. When you see them repeatedly, your subconscious is being activated. These numbers appear at decision points, before significant events, during moments when you need to pay attention. But here's what most people miss. The numbers themselves matter less than your response to them. When you see 1111 and feel that jolt of recognition, that's your consciousness confirming it's receiving the signal. You're being trained to recognize synchronicity. The language of dreams. During awakening, dreams become hyper-real. You might have dreams that feel more real than waking life. You might receive information in dreams that proves accurate in waking reality. You might meet beings or versions of yourself that provide guidance. Your dream state is where reality fractures most easily because your rational mind isn't filtering. Pay attention to recurring symbols, places you visit repeatedly, and especially to dreams where you're aware you're dreaming. Lucid dreams are training grounds for navigating multiple realities. The language of nature. Animals appearing at significant moments. Weather changing dramatically during emotional peaks. Finding feathers, coins, or specific objects right when you need a sign. Nature doesn't operate on human logic. It operates on energetic resonance. When your frequency shifts during awakening, nature responds. That hawk that keeps appearing, that sudden rainstorm during your breakthrough moment. Not coincidence, confirmation. The language of people, strangers saying exactly what you needed to hear. Random conversations containing precise information relevant to your situation. People entering your life who seem to know you despite just meeting. During awakening, you become magnetic to certain frequencies. You'll attract teachers, mirrors, and catalysts. Some will stay briefly, deliver their message, and disappear. Others will become fellow travelers. Trust this process. Now let's talk about something that might sound like science fiction, but is increasingly supported by quantum physics. Parallel realities. The Mandela effect. You remember something one way. Thousands of others remember it the same way. But current reality shows something different. This isn't false memory. It might be evidence of timeline shifts. During awakening, you become aware of these inconsistencies because your consciousness is less anchored to a single timeline. You might remember events differently than others. You might have memories of things that never happened in this timeline. Quantum jumping experiences. You make a decision, and reality seems to reorganize around it instantly. Doors that were closed suddenly open. People who were obstacles suddenly disappear from your life. It's as if you shifted into a parallel track where different rules apply. This is reality responding to your consciousness. As you awaken, you realize you're not a passive observer. You're an active creator, and your choices literally shift you between parallel probability streams. The glitch moments. Objects appearing in places you know you didn't put them. Conversations you remember having that others don't recall. Physical changes in your environment that others don't notice. These glitches might be evidence that you're experiencing multiple realities simultaneously. Your consciousness is expanding beyond the single timeline limitation most people operate within. Meeting your other selves. In deep awakening states, you might have experiences of connecting with parallel versions of yourself. In meditation, dreams, or spontaneous visions, you encounter yourself living different lives, making different choices. These aren't fantasies. They might be actual connections across the multiverse of your existence. And the wisdom these other selves carry can guide you in this reality. So what do you do when your reality is fracturing and awakening is underway? First, don't resist. The biggest mistake is trying to force reality back into the old framework. You can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unknow what you've learned. Resistance creates suffering. Acceptance creates flow. Second, find your anchors. You need practices that ground you while allowing expansion. Meditation, journaling, time in nature, creative expression. These aren't just nice activities. They're essential tools for navigating consciousness shifts without losing your center. Third, trust the process. Awakening isn't comfortable. Reality fractures can be disorienting, even frightening. You might feel like you're going crazy. You're not. You're going sane in a world that's been operating on illusion. Fourth, find your tribe. You need people who understand. Not everyone will. Many will think you've lost your mind. Find communities, online or in person, where these experiences are normalized. You're not alone in this. Fifth, document everything. Keep a journal of synchronicities, fractures, dreams, and insights. Patterns will emerge. You'll see the intelligence behind what's happening. This documentation becomes your map through uncharted territory. Reality fractures aren't breakdowns, they're breakthroughs. They're the universe's way of showing you that everything you thought was solid is actually fluid. Everything you thought was fixed is actually malleable. You're not experiencing these things by accident. You're experiencing them because your consciousness is ready for more, ready to see beyond the veil, ready to operate as a multidimensional being in a multidimensional universe. The question isn't whether reality is fracturing. For many of you watching this, it already is. The question is, will you step through the fracture into awakening, or will you try to patch the cracks and return to sleep? I want to hear from you. In the comments below, share your reality fracture experiences. Have you noticed repeating numbers? Impossible synchronicities? Moments where time seemed to glitch? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to know they're not alone. And if this video resonated with you, if it helped you make sense of what you're experiencing, please share it with someone who needs to hear this message. The awakening is accelerating, and we need to support each other through it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having the courage to question reality. Thank you for being willing to see what others refuse to see. The universe is speaking. Are you listening?